Good day, everyone. You are welcome to our Roadmap Atlas creation series. In this series, we have treated about 4 videos in the past, which include Introduction to Map Atlas, Data Sourcing, Data Cleaning, and Roadmap Atlas creation. This is the 5th video in the tutorial series, which is Layout and Adding Map Elements. This is going to be the final and the conclusive video in this series. If you have not watched the previous tutorial, kindly check the description box and get the complete modules. So let's go to QGIS. In QGIS, this is where we stopped in the last video. So after we have created our roadmap atlas, it is time for us to take it to layout, add map elements, and finally export our map for final use. So to add map elements, we need to take it to layout. And to do that, come to projects and click on new print composer. Then you can give it a name. Let's call it road atlas. Then click on OK. This will open the layout page. When it opens, the first thing is to ensure that the page size and orientation is okay. And to do that, just come to this table of property, click on composition. Then here under page size, you can see presets. Click on the drop down, you see different sizes here. So in my own case, I want it to be on A4. So I choose A4. Then the orientation, I want it to be on landscape. You can choose portrait depending on the orientation you prefer. So I put it on landscape. Then after you have done that, come to layout. If you are using higher version of QGIS, you may see add elements here instead of layout. So click on layout and come to add shape. Click on add rectangle. Then come to this very edge and draw a rectangle here, which will be like our frame. Then you can come under property, that is item properties. This rectangle we have drawn, click on change to change the style. Then click on simple fill, scroll down, and you can change the color here. And also, if you scroll down, you can change the outline width. Let's change it to 0.9 or even 1.5 and click on OK. So you can see the outline. Now, the next thing to do, come to layout and click on add map. Then click here, somewhere around here, and draw your map. Then leave it. So depending on the contents of your map, it may take few seconds to generate the map at layout. Yes, it's done. To move the map, you can click on this icon and move the map to adjust it to location or position of your choice. And to move the item inside the map, choose this icon, which is move item contents, and move it if you wish to. For instance, I want to move the map up. I'll click here and then click here and move the item inside the map. Depending on the content of your map, in terms of labeling, the number of features, it may not respond instantly, so it may lagging behind. So alternatively, after highlighting it like this, come to item properties and you can adjust the scale. For instance, this is the scale. I want to adjust it. So you need to input values for few times to find the best fit. Let me say 8,000. If I put on 8,000 scale, you can see it fit in properly to my map. So if I'm satisfied, just continue putting values here as in the scale until you find the appropriate number that fit in into the map you have drawn. So after this, I can scroll down here and come to grids. I want to add grids to my map. So click on this icon to expand it. When it opens, click on this plus sign to draw a new grid. A new grid has been drawn. Then here you can change the grid type. If you want it as solid, cross, markers, or frame and annotation only. So I want it as solid. I'll click on solid. Then interval units. I prefer it to be in millimeter. And of course, if you have already set your map, you can choose map units. But I want it to be in millimeter. Then here, I have to specify the interval. The best way to know the best interval to give is back to your scale. At least the interval you choose should be the scale divided by 200. For instance, in this case, it will be 8,000 divided by 200. That should give us about 40. So let's scroll down. Here, I'll enter 40. Once I enter 40, you can see the grid line already showing. And here also, I will enter 40. You can see the grid is showing. Then I can adjust it as well by scrolling down and come to change this line style. I can change it as deem fit. So I'll click on this simple line and scroll down. I can change the color. I can change the color to purple, for instance. And then I can scroll down and change the width. So to change the width, I can increase it or decrease it. Let's say to 0.1 and click on OK. So you can see it. You can see it. Then come back here and scroll down. Come to draw coordinates. Click on it. So the coordinate will be drawn. You can see the coordinate at the other side. Then we still need to make adjustments. Now you can see here that this right hand side is occupying space. Likewise the left hand side. Instead of horizontal, let's make them vertical. Come to this left. Click on this drop down and make it vertical ascending. You can see it has changed. Then scroll down a bit. Come to this one at the right. Instead of horizontal, change it to vertical ascending. And you can see it has changed. Then you can change the font. Let me scroll down a bit. To change the font of this grid label, click on font. And here you can make it bold and you can change your font style. And currently is 8 in size. So I want to change it to 14, for instance, and click on OK. So you can see. So the grid line has been added. Then the next thing I want to add now, let me add arrow here. So to do that, come to layout, click on arrow. The essence of this arrow is because I want to add the legend here later on. So I'll click here and drag it to the end here and drop. So I don't want it to show arrow mark. I'll choose none. So here also, I will come back to layout, pick arrow. Then I will draw here also to this very line and drop it. Then here I'll choose none. Now I want to add my scale. To add scale, come to layout and click on add scale bar. So you just click here and drop. It will add the scale bar. You can see the scale bar here. And if you want to edit the scale bar, just highlight it and come to properties here and change the scale bar and the scale units. So another thing is that we can lock each of these items so that as we move our map, they will not be moving. So if I lock all this, yes, all this has been locked so that it will not be changing position. And you can equally unlock any one of them you want to work on. So now it's time for us to add our legend. To add legend, come to layout and click on add legend. Then come here, draw and drop. You can see, because we have a lot of items under each layers. You can see we have a lot here under highway. We have a lot of items under amenities. Now, let's edit the legend. So come here, you can edit the title here if you wish to. Then here, you can click on auto updates so that as you are working on it, it can auto update. And here you can see all your layers. So you can scroll down, and here under font, if you want to change the font, you can do so here. By clicking here, I change the title font, which I want to do now. Click on it, and here I want to make it bold, and currently it's 16. I want to make it 22. Click on it and click on OK. You can see that the legend has been made bold and increased. Then another thing I can do, if I scroll down to column, click on column. So it's one column. I want the count to be 2. This is it. When I change the count, it turns to 2. Then I want equal width, and I want to split the layer. Can see the layer has been splitted. Because we have a lot of items under each layer, the legends may give us little constraints, so we may have to adjust manually, just like this. Adjust it so that it can fit it into our map. Another thing we can do is to edit the item font by clicking here. Currently it's 12. I want it to be 8. Click on 8 and click on OK. So it has reduced the size of each of the item. However, the disadvantage of this is that it may not be easily readable. But the reason why it's like this is because we have a lot of items under each layer. For instance, under highway, we have more than 10 items, which make it very long. So the interface of this map may not be able to accommodate all the legend. So remember that the video or this tutorial is essentially on methodology, show you the method of getting this done. So we have input the legends. Let's leave it as it is. Then we want to add not arrow. So we can add not arrow by coming to layout. In higher version of QGIS, you will see not arrow directly here. But since it is not in this version, choose this add arrow and click here and drag up and leave it. So this will insert arrow, which will represent our not arrow. Then another thing we can do, we can add title to our map. To do that, come to layout and click on add label. Then come here and click anywhere around here where you want the label to be. Instantly, it will put a default text, which is QGIS. So you can change it here by naming it Roadmap Atlas of Marseille. You can make it to be at the center, and also if I scroll down, you can change the font as well, and you can even add background. So come under position and size, you can change and edit it as deemed fit to you here. So if you are okay with this, or if you want to change the font, you can click on font and change it here. Currently is at 10. So let's make it bold and change the size to 16, for instance, and click on OK. Then here you need to come and adjust it for you to see it properly. So click and drag. Then you can expand it up. Yes. So this is the approach. So you just have to do it depending on your needs, and your personal preference. So after adding all your map elements, you have added title, you have added grids, you have added legends, and you have added scale. If you want to add, for instance, under information, like the maker of the map, just come to layout and click on add label. Then come here and put it. Then edit it here. You can say made by GGS. You can change the font here. Let's say to make it bold and change it to 36. Then click on OK. And you can change the color here to any color of your choice. Then for you to see it, you have to expand it here. Expand it like this, and this is it. So this is our atlas map created from almost scratch. Almost because we source our road network from OpenStreetMap. As in being we went to the field, it will have been from the scratch. So now it is time to export our map for final presentation. So to do that, you can export it as JPEG, you can export it as PDF. For instance, let's export it as PDF and see what the result looks like. Click on this icon, it will bring an information here. Click close. Then it will ask you where you want to save it. Let's navigate to our working folder. This is our working folder. Let's open it. Let's give the file name as Atlas Map and click on Save. Let's open the folder, and here is the folder. This is it, Atlas Map as PDF. Then double click to open it. Yes, you can see this is our map. Let me zoom out. You can see this is our Atlas map produced. The presentation actually depends on you. If I zoom in, you can see our Atlas map, all the road names and other features. If you are not satisfied with the results or the outlook, you can still go back to QGIS and adjust the map. For instance, let's go back. So come back here and unlock your elements. After unlocking it, click to select the map. Then you can come to item properties. Let's scroll up and adjust the scale. Remember our scale was 8,000. So let's adjust it. So adjust the scale until you find a satisfying result. Let me put 5,000 for instance and click outside here. So it takes few seconds to load to effect the value. Yes, this is the result of 5,000 scale. If we are not still satisfied with it, for instance, let me put 3,000 and see. 3,000. I'm just adjusting the map so that it will fit into the whole frame of the map. So click outside to effect it. Great. You can see how the maps look like. So if I'm satisfied now with this, I can now, in as much I've put all the elements before, I can just lock everything again so that it will not shift. Yes, now, but there is a problem. The scale has adjusted. So what I need to do is to adjust the scale. So to do that, unlock it so that we can select it. Then let's adjust it. So I have adjusted the scale. Now let me export my map and see the final results. To do that, come back here, export it as PDF. And here, let's just call it Atlas Map 2. And click on Save. Let's check it out. This is it, Atlas Map 2. Double click to open it. Yes. You can see the second one is far better than the first one. This was the first one we made, and this is what's the outlook. So when we change the scale, you can see this one is far better. You can see our road atlas map. So the design or everything depends on you, how you want it to look. So this is how to make your roadmap atlas in QGIS, and you can also do it in other GIS software. This video is essentially to show you the method. Thank you for watching.